guys, good to have you all back. We have arrived at the #1 spot for my favorite junk journal projects for 2022. It had to be labels. You knew it. Of course you did. Oh, I love making labels. I did 3 videos on them. They were all a little bit different. You loved them. Now, in case you just dropped in and are like, what is this all about? Let me tell you guys and introduce myself. My name is Margaret. I am from the Netherlands. That's why I have a lovely accent. And I do paper crafting, junk journal projects, and sometimes vintage treasure hunting. And for the past couple of days, I have been doing a top 5 favorite junk journal projects for 2022. So you have missed 4. No worries, I have a playlist. The playlist is linked in the description box and it will contain all 5 videos. So today is going to be labels. Let me tell you a little bit about them. I just love making labels. You love making labels. And I know that for sure because I got so many hashtags from you guys on different platforms showing me the creations you made. And one was more lovely than the other one. And also you gave me some good ideas. So yeah, I had 3 different videos on them. All of them were slightly different. The last one I did was with the round labels. I want to do, well, not completely different. I'm gonna pick something out of all the 3 videos, but I have a different theme in mind. The ones that I'm making today are going to be really vintagey because, you know, vintage is kind of my go-to style. So they are going to be vintagey. I hope you will like them. So let me tell you what supplies I'm using and how we are going to make them. Just in case, I don't know if it is at all possible, you have missed my label making videos. I have 3 of them. I am linking them all 3 below. So go check them out. So the supplies, let me show you. For the bases, I am still going to use scrapbook paper. These are not less loved scrapbook paper. These are actually very, very beautiful, but they're all in a neutral-ish color. I want the labels to be sort of neutral, vintagey neutral with maybe a pop of color here and there. I don't know about that yet. Now, if you don't have scrapbook paper, if you're just starting out, use any other kind of paper that is a little bit heavier than just book page or copy paper. Think of encyclopedia pages. Those are really, really heavy, or a modern book with larger glossy images. Just use it as a background to glue something on. Now I want these labels to have layers, sometimes maybe even more than 2. And I'm also going to use some antique paper or vintage paper, book page kind of style, but then a little bit different than normal. I'm going to use vintage music paper. This is from an antique book in Greek. I believe this is Greek. Don't know for sure. I don't read Greek. I cannot do without my numbers. So this is numbers. Some German paper and some antique German font. I really love this. And I'm also going to use some ledger. So different kind of paper than like your normal average text book pages. And now for the real fun bit, I am going to use magazines, vintage ones, antique ones. I have all sorts. I have ladies magazines. I have men's magazines. This is actually a DIY from 1959. It has all sorts of interesting sort of pages in there. I have lots of ladies magazines, I must say. And this is from an old German, I don't even know what it is. It's just really cute. I have one in here. I'm going to look for it, which is actually a triple A. It's a triple A from the Netherlands. These are all sort of ripped and torn. I couldn't make full pages with these. Let's see. This one. Yes, it's from 1936. It is our Dutch AAA. And I love the advertisement pieces on here. So lots of advertisement pieces from different eras. I also have some antique ones. Look at this. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? No, I'm not going to cut this up. I'm even going to scan this at one point. So yes, beautiful sort of antique-y, vintagey book page, magazine pages. And I just want to have some images or sections out of this. You know, like this. it could look interesting. So we're gonna do that. That's it for the papers. Tools is going to be a rather simple one. In the other videos I did all sorts of shapes. These are the most common ones with the rounded corners and the angled corners. You can also make them straight, guys. You don't need to do this. And then I made some that were more double-sided that you can have as a sort of a dangle, another sort of embellishment. Isn't she wonderful? Yeah, this is the most wonderful one that I've ever made. I'm going to treasure this one. I made some ovals with die cuts and then some round scalloped ones again with die cuts, and I made this with a circle punch. Now I'm not going to do any of these. I am just going to do these, and these, just simpler ones. Yes, so for this I'm going to use circle punches. Yeah, in 2 different sizes. I'm using 2.5 and 2 inches for the round ones. Then for the angled ones, I have a template. This is actually a plastic playing card, and I angled them on all the corners. And you can use this as a template. Also, guys, I have ordered the We Are Memory Keepers corner jumper, I believe it's called. I am very curious how that would work, if it is worth the investment for you guys, or just stick to this. And then for the rounded corners, of course, I'm going to use my beloved pink corner rounder. That's what I'm going to use. The usual glue, scissors, a ruler. I'm probably going to do some inking, and I will use my paper trimmer for cutting and measuring the strips and such. Is that it? I think that is it. Of course, I'm going to use bits and bobs. But I have no clue what bits and bobs I will use. I want to change it up a little bit, so let's see. So get out your supplies, your papers and such. Guys, if you like, I don't have any vintage magazines or book page or whatever. Just take out your scraps and craft along with me. It's going to be fun, I promise. Let's get started. Let's make some bases first. I'm using the 2.5 and the 2-inch circle punches for this. I believe the 2-inch fits. This will fit on a 2-inch, I guess. Maybe even 2.5. Oh, we could try. We could try. Alright, let's go. Ooh, just. Or will it, won't it? Just, see? Great. I'm also going to use this strip to make like normal ones. And normal ones are going to be 1.5 inch by 3 inches. Now this is not 3 inches, so I'm going to cut off 1.5 from this. The other side. This is the width of the label, and then I need them to be 3 inches, so I can take one out of here and yet another one. There you go. So 2 of these. Let's see. Isn't that beautiful? Also love the back, but it's really, really purple. Really, really purple. Do not want really, really purple. So I'm just gonna cut one of these. Yep. One of those. Just lovely. And I'm also going to do some trimming. Let's see how wide this is so we can utilize the whole bit. This is, well, 5.5, so not 6 inches, which means I'm going to do 3, like so. Snipping off 3 and then making 1.5 C's. 1.5 C's. I'm making up words as we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. See, we made 3 out of those. I have another piece of paper. I have this one. Let's do, how big is this? Again, it was the same size, love. It was the same size. Using this paper trimmer is very convenient for this project because it's so quick. Otherwise, you need to do some measuring and some cutting. One. Great. Now for my last piece of paper, this one I tried to make a trifold with these. Somehow I think the scoring just went off. I'm just gonna use these again. It's a smaller one. I'm probably gonna make some more off camera, guys, but I just wanted to show you how I would sort of work with this. I'm gonna cut this off because my paper trimmer, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in my paper trimmer. Hello. Well, I mean, honestly, yes, yeah. If only I were that lucky in real life with stuff that matters. I have no clue how big this is. I'm gonna snip it at 3 and then 1.5. 1. Is this crooked? 2. That's not 1.5. Is this 1.5? No, love, you snipped it at 1. And this is too short. Well, that happens, but that's okay because I have loads more. Guys, I'm going to make several of these using my these thingies, what's it called? Circle punches and paper trimmer, all sorts, and let's just see how many we can make. So here are all the bases. Lots the circles are actually really handy because they're done, well, except for inking, but we need to make angled sort of corners on these and then rounded corners. So what did I learn from previous videos is the following. I have a trick for the angled corner using this one, but if you have to do all the corners like so and then turn it around, it's going to be a lot of work. So I know for sure that my scissors I'm sorry, will cut through 3 pieces. So I'm just gonna decide now, this is going to have an angled corner, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. So I know for sure that these are going to have angled corners. I have 6. I'm just going to align them all together. I am sorry. 3 of them. I'm using this corner over here as a template. I'm just matching it up. So what I'm gonna do is cut 3 at a time. Ta-da! And that, I can tell you, is 3 times faster than doing them all individually. Yes, I do like my corners to be even. Thus, it's not even necessary, guys. It's not even necessary. If you just like, I'm gonna eyeball it and do it. You just do you, that's what Mr. Holt says. You do you. Well, I can tell you, I do me all the time. There you go. See, 3 at a time. Ta-da-da. Done. Yeah? Now, for the corner rounder, my corner rounder will maybe cut through 2 of these, but not 3 for sure. I know for sure. But here's the second problem. The second layer is probably going to be antique book page like this. My corner rounder loves it. It eats it. So if I want to round corners on these papers, I need to sort of back them with, well, not back them, but trick my corner rounder by having a piece of cardstock underneath, so it won't rip it or eat it. Now, I do not want to do this like a gazillion times. So what I decided to do with the rounded ones, I am not going to round the bases just yet. I am going to make the second layer for this. then line them up, and then cut them both at once. Ta-da! Just I did not do this trick before, but I think it will save on a lot of time. So the rounding of the corners I'm gonna do when we finish the second layer. Now let's concentrate on this second layer. So all my bases are done and cut. I even inked these because these are already done. But I didn't ink these because we need to round the corners. Now guys, I made it not a small mistake. I just didn't think about it. I have used a 2.5 circle punch, this one, and then a 2-inch circle punch, this one. But this is another base. So I actually need a smaller one on this one. Now, lucky for me, I have a 1.5 inch. So for the second layer, I'm going to use a 1.5 inch for the 2-inch one. And for the second layer, for the 2.5 inch one, I'm going to use the 2-inch one again. Yeah. So basically, we use 3 sizes of the circle punches. So yeah, but let's concentrate first on these ones. These are actually the same size. It is 1.5 by 3. Now I want the second layer to be a little bit smaller. These are going to be a 1/2 inch smaller from each other. That is actually a lot. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's okay, I don't mind it, but I would rather have it less. See, this sort of edge on here is 1/4 inch, basically, on both sides. I like it, but I would have loved it to be a little bit smaller. Now, there's a solution for this. I will sort of show you later. But I want these to be a 1/4 inch smaller, so not 1/2 inch. So instead of making them 1.5 by 3, I'm going to make them 1.25 by 2 3/4. New strips, just basic strips. And for these, I'm going to do 1.5 inch and 2 inch. Yeah. Now I have no clue what is going on where, so I'm just basically randomly gonna cut out bits and see what will pair with each other. I'm first starting with the German book page. I'm taking off all the sort of blank space on the top. There's a title on here that I also sort of want to utilize. I think that'll look nice, so I do want to keep that one on. There you go. This for me is a scrap, a nice one. You can stamp something on it and make it into another bits and bobs thingy. Okay, we need them to have 1.25 inch. So I'm going to make a strip from this 1.25 inch. And then I'm also gonna take off this sort of blank space. I want to have as much, a little bit more even, as much as the writing on here as possible. Let's see, 2 3/4, because it needed to be a 1/4 inch smaller. See, there's a nice piece on here now. Is this 2 3/4? Yes. Ooh, I can make 2 of these out of these. So for a second layer, I'm gonna do that as well with, let's say this one doesn't fit. So I'm going to do 2 3/4 straight away. Two and 3/4? Yes. I was thinking, what, why, how? And then a 1 and it was 2 3/4. Did I do 2 1/4? No, 2 3/4. I'm sorry. I was like, did I do it right? Taking off the blank space. And then I'm gonna have them 1 1/4. See? Interesting. This is gonna go like so. Did I think about that? No, you did not think about it. Well, it could be. I mean, it's okay. It's going to be directional, lovey. Yes. So what I'm basically gonna do is have this 1 1/4. Yes, because I love this far more than have it on like so. Didn't think about it. You were probably all screaming, it's directional. I know. There you go. So I'm gonna do that with lots of these. I'm also gonna do some circle ones. The 2 inch circle one. Hopefully this will work. Yes. So we have this one. Oh, there was a piece of paper underneath. Yes, well, okay. One of these. Yeah. Let's do another one. Ooh, let's do a piece of ledger. Yes, let's. Yeah. But I also need the 1.5 inch. So one of these. One of these. And the numbers one. Yeah. Sure. So I'm going to make more strips and more circles. So where first I thought I made a mistake, I actually didn't. I know the paper is directional, so I thought, oh no, I did it wrong. No, because some labels you want to have landscape and some you want to have portrait. So yes, I did some more in the wrong way. Yeah. So what I want to do is divide them. I have 6 that are angled, 6 that are going to be rounded. I have the circle punched labels. I'm going to use some of my doilies in between them. It's going to look lovely. Yeah, so I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3 of these for rounded. And then 1, 2, 3 of these for rounded. And these are going to be angled. So this is going to go over here. And these are going to go over here. Now I'm just going to sort of try to match. It doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to match them just yet. What I have to do is line them up. So the smaller pieces I'm going to line up with the piece underneath. And maybe your corner rounder is like, well, I'm okay. Well, good for you. Mine really isn't. It's probably because I have a cheapy one. It's pink, though. It's lovely. Well, it wasn't a real cheap one. I mean, there are a lot of cheap ones out there, but it wasn't expensive either. So yes, this is going to take me a while. But why am I doing it like this? First, it won't eat my paper, and then also the rounding of the corner, the angle of the rounded corner, the degrees, I'm trying to sound real smart, is the exact same. Yeah, so I am going to do that on all of these, and I am also going to do this angle on all of these. So I'm probably gonna, these are all thinner papers. Can I do this in one go? I think I can. Where's my template? My template is here. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna do these all in one go. Hopefully that works. Oh, you know what else works? Taking off the cap of your scissors. Do you have Tim Holtz scissors, guys? What do you do with the caps? Do you leave them on all the time, or do you just, you know, take them off, put them away? Let me know. The scissors are expensive, so I'm keeping those sort of caps on. Just in case, you never know. I'm gonna flip this. See, it works. So yeah, I'm gonna snip all the corners, around on the corners, ink all of them, and then we're gonna do the fun bit. I'm gonna take out my magazines and we're going to make our own bits and bobs. Really? Yes, it's gonna be fine. Of course, before we can decorate them with the bits and bobs, we need to glue the 2 layers together. So I did that with most of them. I'll show you later. But also I want to show you how I do it. It's going to be obvious. So I did leave out some of them. You pair them together. See what works fine for you. Yes, I inked everything already. I'm going to start with this one, the circle one. See, this is the 2.5 inch, and then this is the 2 inch. This one will leave a big border, but I don't mind it because I really love the background paper. So that's why I've chosen these 2. And I'm going to put some lovely ledger on it. There you go. And try to position it in the middle. That'd be nice. The same with the rectangular ones, with either the rounded corners or the slanted corners. I've inked everything. smearing a lot of glue on places that doesn't even need glue. And then I'm using for this glue stick. Why? Because I really want to sort of maneuver it and see if we can leave an equal amount of edge on all 4 sides. That's just, you know, what I like. So these are pretty straightforward. Now for the paper doilies, let me show you. I got a whole bunch of them from a lovely friend of mine, Sandra, on Instagram. I also have this is ink, guys. I also have some die cuts myself, and she makes these out of magazine pages and, you know, stuff you wouldn't normally use, all different sorts. Love them. And I've used them on these as well. See? These are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 layers even. Yes, so, but to glue them with glue stick will be like, it will take forever. So how did I do this? I just put glue all over the piece that I want on top. Yes. And I glue that directly to the sort of doily underneath. Now it's going to be sort of a flowery. See, looks completely different. And then I'm going to put glue on here. However, for this I'm going to use art glitter glue, especially on the parts that are sticking out. I'm just putting on dots, just dots here and there, and hopefully it will stick. Because glue stick will make a big mess, a big mess. Still haven't found a really good method of gluing doilies with glue stick. I'm also gonna do a little bit of this just on the part that has something underneath. And then I glue it on. Now mind you, art does not want to be maneuvered around, so please make sure it is in the spot where you want it. Yes, there it goes. So yes, everything, all of them are glued. I have loads. Now let's pick out some lovely sort of piece of paper that we want as a sort of a focal point. You will hear some rain, guys. It is going to rain all day, so I could not pause it to wait until the rain was finished. No, it's going to rain all day. Now, I could spend hours with you guys going through all my vintage and antique magazines to show you all the bits and pieces that I would love to use in this project. However, that would take days, and we don't have days. But what I do want to show you is how my eye works, and sort of give you an idea what you could do with your... They don't need to be vintage or antique. No, you can do this with normal magazines as well. Now, for bits and bobs, we need to take into consideration the size of our tickets or labels. So I took these out. These are the 3 sizes that we're working with, just to see what will work and what won't work. Now I have a couple of them already pulled out, and a couple of pages that I want to show you how this works. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you out first. Oops. There you go. Big page. This is from an antique magazine. This is from early 20s. Now, if you look at this, the first thing we will notice is probably these little images. And those are amazing. Those are absolutely fantastic. But they are... Oh, this could work on this one. So I could cut this out. Really nice. And the color would work as well. So I'm definitely going to use this. But my eyes does this. And now I'm going to zoom you back in. Yeah. This. Love this. This is a fantastic piece. So I would cut out this as a sort of a strippy to go on somewhere. Or this. This has Roman numeral numbers. Is that... It's a date or a number or what have you. I love it. And also the sort of little box on top of that. So I would cut out this whole piece. I would cut out this piece and probably this big sort of piece of vegetable. Lovely. Now I'm gonna show you this one. Yes. So when you look at this, this is the eye catcher. Your eye is drawn immediately to this, and this is a train wreck or something. So we're not even gonna look at this. Then we already sort of learned that this is nice with the Roman numeral numbers. But I actually love this. It's fantastic, isn't it? Just, I'm gonna make a little snippet here. And also this. And probably this bit, this says mother of two. So this is actually the word for the number 2. So I'm gonna cut this out. Now let's flip through some, this is antique, some vintagey magazines that also have some color elements in them. Most of them are red or blue or yellow, primary colors. They started using them at that time. You could fussy cut a lady. Yes, I would love this. Oh, why not? Advertisement pieces are always fantastic. I'd probably use this. It's just cute. It's just really, really, really cute. Let's see, another advertisement. This is fantastic. It's not going to work for this label, but you can cut this out as a whole piece on a tag. Have a wonderful tag. Or you could just use this piece with beautiful font and text. You could cut out the crown. You could make this as a medallion or just cut out the lady. So many options in just one image. You can do whatever you want with this. See, there's a lot of sort of red elements here and there. Love this. Just love it. Can you see it? I'm sorry. Zooming in, zooming out. I need to look at my camera and not look at the piece of paper. Yes, if you want to do something vintagey, fashiony, there's a bra there. There's also this there. Let me show you quickly what I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to use the bra. You're not? No. I'm going to use the circle here that says for guilders and 95 cents. That's what it actually says. You can cut all around it. I have a half an inch circle punch. Ta-da! Snippet. A fantastic snippet even. Or cup, whatever cup sizes. Can we manage this? Yes. Look, cup sizes. It's just interesting. So if you have some punches in all shapes and some sizes and forms, use those. I'm actually even going to use the 1 inch punchy thingy. Fantastic. So I'm going to flip through all of these. For instance, cut this out and then make beautiful pieces. So I will do that off camera because that will take days almost. But let me show you an example. Here's one I made earlier. Yes. So I cut out this lovely gentleman. Yeah. And I cut out a red M for Margaret. And I found stars. So, and I'm going to put a star here. Like so. Just collage with your small bits and bobs that we find in magazine. I'm sorry, I'm so out of frame. Cute, right? I think so. So I'm going to do all the cutting and then I'll be back and then we'll make some beautiful labels. Here's what I found. Isn't it lovely? I just love it. It's absolutely all sorts. All sorts. Black and white. And I have some red items, some yellow items, some blue items. I didn't find any nice green ones. I might also add some of my own sort of label sticker thingies just to add a little more color, maybe postage stamps. Don't think so, but I'm going to create lovely labels using these images, these backgrounds. Yes, let's just create something beautiful. Let's start assembling these beauties. I've zoomed you in really close because there are lots of sort of tiny bits on here that I want to show you. I am going to use art because of the really small bits that we have here. I want the gentleman over here. We're going to put him on this beautiful ledger paper. Some of the red will still show. I will snip this, I guess, or no, I won't. I'm going to have an M on here and then a little star up there. Yes, these came from 3 different magazines in 3 different eras, but that's okay. What I also did, I took out my tweezers for the very small bits. Otherwise, you know, it will get stuck. I need to get used to working with tweezers. There you go. I'm putting him all the way over there. really want to show off a little bit of the red of the ledger. Doesn't matter if it sticks out. I personally enjoy it. Then this M on here. And there you go. Now the only sort of new paper that we used on this is the scrapbook paper. And tiny little star. There you go. It's just cute. What I did, guys, I want to do most of them on camera, but I already sort of paired everything together. Yes, so this is like a McLean's toothpaste. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it on numbers. I have this strip with red stars. I just wanted to add some more red. I'm just gonna go here and this here, and this says page 38. I don't know why. It's just cute. It's just cute. And maybe you are going to do this with modern book page, magazine pages. I'm really looking forward to all your creations with this. It's actually a little bit too long. Don't mind it. I don't mind it. No. There you go. So where do you find all these lovely vintage magazines? Well, thrifting and sometimes online. And most of the times I find them bound like a quarter of a year or a whole year, depending on how big the book is and how many issues there are in a year. There you go. I just love it. It's so cute. So cute. Let's do a bluish one. I have this one. Numbers on the back. In the background. I'm gonna have this strip over here. It is too long, but that's okay. I'm just gonna snip it somewhere. Here. It was just a border of flowers. And I was like, well, why not? Why not? We're gonna have it all on here. Yes, I'm just going to put the whole border on. I'm just going to put the whole thing on. Why not? And then we actually have a little piece left to put maybe somewhere else. Yeah. And there you go. And I want the Finolia Day Cream and a big E. Yeah. And there you go. We'll cover most of the flowers there, but that's quite all right. And then the day cream on here. I will probably use these labels to put on projects for vintage sewing journals or something vintagey. Cute, right? Yeah, I love it. And we have this left. Let's do a round one. I picked out this. Can you believe I found this beautiful image of a dragonfly? Love it. I'm going to do this like diagonally. Why not? Why not have multiple shapes on this one? And this was from the Antique magazine. It had some green in the doily. That's why I'm adding a small green label. Put this one on here. I really want to show off a piece of this design, of course. Yep. There you go. Go away. The nice thing about making labels is every time I make them, they're different. You're not gonna make two the same. No. Even though sometimes you use the same sort of materials, they are always going to be different. Ooh, I love this dragonfly. And then a label. Did want to have the label underneath the tail? Hurry up, love, because art. This is art. Yes, I want a label underneath the tail. These are label stickers. Again, for those of you who don't know where I get them on Instagram. Go visit her account. It's Old Made Awesome. That's her creative account, and in her creative account she has a link to her Instagram shop. She is Dutch, she speaks English very well, and she ships to the moon and back. Yeah, isn't that lovely? Love it, love it. So I have this one. I'm not gonna add a lot of color. I was sort of toying, shall I put this one on or this one on, this one or this one? And then I was like, why limit yourself, love, to one bottle? Let's see if we want some in the front, one in the front and one in the back. Don't know. Actually, I think it was good the way it was. So this is cologne and this is a salad dressing. Doesn't make any sense at all. I know, that's okay. I actually like it when it doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna have this one over here with all the lovely numbers. And then the other one over here. I am going to snip it. Are you? Yes, I am going to snip it. I'm not going to do this straight without a paper cutter. I am sorry, guys. Oh no, I'm going to do this and a knife. My cutting is really that. I just don't have a feeling for straight somehow. Careful up, because this is paper and it's very old and fragile. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Gonna have it on like so. Or maybe even to the very end. Yes, to the very end. It's just cool. This might be my favorite because it's so simple and just so awesome. I am going to put a label on over there, just a black one. Look at that. Love this one. Love this one a lot. Let's do another round one. I have this one. Has all sorts of circles on it and some black elements. And this actually says, mirror, mirror on the wall, did you clean your teeth today? I thought it was just funny. Sort of makes sense, right? Yeah. So I just have this. It's a little bit of blue. And why not? Just a tiny strip of some blue stuff. Then a mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm making up new commercials as we go. Yes, McLean's, you should. Is there still a brand McLean's? Probably is. Toothpaste. It's not a brand that I use, but you know, they should call me. I do perfectly fine new, like, commercials for you. Yes, mirror, mirror on the wall. Did you clean your teeth today? With a W. Why? And then cup A, cup B, cup C. Doesn't make any sense. I know, right? Who cares? It's just cute and fun. Let's also just have fun with it. There you go. There you go. Oh yes, I have this one. Another one that is a portrait. I found this cute couple. Yes, she did have a handbag. I had to cut it off. I have another sort of blue strippy. I'm just gonna put the blue strippy on. Just to add some color. In the middle. And then I'm gonna put the couple on. I am again going to lose a little bit of this image, but you know, that's okay. I'm gonna glue it on and then cut it. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna glue it on and then later trim it. Much easier that way. This is art, love, so when it's on, it is on. It does need a little something, so I have this that actually says scarf in Dutch. But it looked sort of appropriate. Should I have scarf on here? Sure, sure. Or shawl. We use the same word for scarf and a shawl. It's both shawl. Well, actually shawl. Well, let's cut these to size. Wow, love it. Love it. Oh, I have a funny one. Yes, I had a word says Barbara. I know a lot of Barbaras. About 4 or 5 of them. One of which is of course, Barbara, 49 Dragonflies. This is not going towards her, but it's probably going towards one of my Dutch friends that are also paper crafters and called Barbara, named Barbara. And it had a little girl falling. I don't know if these Barbaras fall all the time, but I just thought it was really, really funny. So yeah, fuzzy cut this and a fuzzy cut this. There you go. There you go, Barbara. The funny thing is, before I started junk journaling and Instagram and such, I didn't know any Barbaras in real life. This is a little bit too big, but I do want a red star on here. Just to have another small piece of red here. Yes, and now I know at least 4, maybe even 5. Not even counting all of you guys. There are lots of Barbaras in there. Yes. Also, a lot of Jan. And most of you guys come from New Zealand, Australia. A lot of you guys. Does it still say Barbara if it put it on like so? Yeah. Yes. Yes. It still says Barbara to me. Yeah. This one should have been glued a little bit higher. Oh, you know. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm not going to trim this piece off. No. No. Well, there you go, Barbara. What else do we have? I have this one. It's going to be a very neutral one. It's on beautiful German Gothic font from 1911. Well, there's a 1911 on here. With this, probably letter T. Looks like a letter T. From, again, an antique magazine. This is from the same antique one. I think it's a sugar beet. I don't know for sure. Is that an English word, sugar beet? It's freely translated from suikerbeet. But I could be mistaken. This could be something completely different. I don't recognize it because I buy my vegetables in a shop and not from the farmer directly. I am sorry. There was a 6 on here. I left it. I just thought it looked cute. And then I'm going to have a small label on here with a number. Wrong device. I have so many devices on here right now. Most of them I don't even need. There we go. Yeah, love it. I'm gonna snip this with scissors. It is just too cute. It's cute. Hope you like it. What else do I have? I have this one. Yeah. From Ledger. I'm going to put some more red on here. Yeah. And then a bottle of Odorex. And it's a very expensive bottle of Odorex. Well, for that time, I think you probably It's mouth water. In case you don't know what Odorex is, it's mouth water. There you go. I'm gonna have this on here. I will snip it, guys. I will. Maybe a little bit further. Quickly, quickly, quickly. This is art, love. You want to scooch it? You need to scooch it now. Yes. There you go. And then I want this one to go over here, covering up number 11. That's okay. There are already lots of numbers on here. Yes. And it was 495. Oops. So you don't need tweezers. I have wet fingers. Also works. Very well, even. Snippy here and there. It's so cute, right? Well, I think so. No clue about the time, but I just want to make some more. So I'm gonna put these on here. Using art again. Yes, it's German. And this is a little horse, and then the sort of author or illustrator of Prince Valiant. Yeah, that was a comic. Then I want to have on something blue. This says needle art from La Norte. I think that's still, no, that is still a brand. Makes wool and embroidery sort of designs, I believe. Yeah, I think it's still out there. Then this came from the same page. It's the same color blue. It's like an arrow and it says 34.50. Oh, that was expensive. Wow, for that time. There you go. And this is actually Dr. Utker. Lady, so completely different brand again. Yes. I don't care. Ta-da! Another small one. I have this big one with an iron on it from Philips. Yes, that is. It is known all over the world. It is actually a Dutch brand, guys. Yes, yes. There you go. And also cut out the brand sort of logo. Is it still the logo? Hope it is, because it's brilliant. On ledger. There you go. Big iron. We will lose a little bit of the iron, but that's okay. Oh, I wanted this to be on the back. Quickly, quickly. This is art, schat. Oh, schat. Schat is lovey in Dutch. Yeah, I'll have that on here. So lovely. It has a date on top of it. Here. January 1st and July 22nd. 22nd. No, 26th. 26th, love. And then this over here. I think so. I'm going to snip this first. Let's see how it will look without this end. So maybe I want to place it somewhere differently. No, still want it there. Love it. Do we need to snip it? I'm not gonna, because then it would look silly. It just would look silly. Okay, another one that I need to snip. I have this image. Isn't it cute? I loved it. But I didn't have it. It's like, okay, well done. So it didn't fit on here, but that's okay. But on this one, it has 1931. Just, you know, I adore it. So I'm just gonna use a bit of this over here. I want to add a little bit of red because of the red that's in there, and then an M on here. Yeah? I'm going to snip it here. Great. And we are almost done, guys. We are almost done. This is going to go here. Yep. And this is going to go here. I will snip it for now, like so. Yes. And then the M, letter M. It's too bad we don't have a letter J, because those are my initials, J, M, E. Joanna, Margaret, well, Margareta, Elizabeth. Yes, very, all English names, right? Yeah. I was named after my grandmother. And she was named after her grandmother. And my auntie was also named. But I am the last surviving Johanna Margaretha Elisabeth. So the madness stops here. Isn't it cute? Love it. I'm gonna do one more. Another one with ledger. I really wanted to use all the ledger ones. There are a couple of them that I didn't use. But that's okay. I'll use them later. And it's always nice to have some bases left. This is like a very cute image of powdered coffee. This is actually the name of the magazine that I cut out most pieces from, called Libella, which is actually the Dutch name for dragonfly. And I have this sort of label thingy, or the bigger one. Yes, I'm gonna do the bigger one. I'm gonna do a Barbara. What's a Barbara? Well, I'm gonna glue this piece for now onto this piece because I want to have it exactly there. There you go. So when we have this here, did I glue it on crooked? Oh, I did. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I cannot move about. Oh, a little bit. Oh, yes. I did use art for this, right? Yeah. See, the Barbara trick doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. I need this to go underneath. No, just stick to your own method, love. Barbara glues pieces together from the top to the bottom. I just take everything off and then glue it on. Well, it's on there now. That's the last one. Guys, let's do an end result. Here they are, all of them. They look completely different to the labels that I made in the other videos. Completely different, but I love them. They're very vintagey. We only used magazine, vintage magazine images, but you could use like normal magazine images or book pages or whatever. I did put in some labels that I have as bits and bobs. Now, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have not made labels before, try it. You're gonna be happy because it's so much fun to make. If you have not tried any of them, please watch my first video on them because that's the easiest one to follow, I guess. So go check out that one. I'm linking all the label videos below, as well as the top 5 list. Now, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It is Friday, which means the weekend's here, and normally I would say I'll see you back on Monday. But in the Netherlands, we celebrate 2 days of Christmas. So Monday is the second day of Christmas. I won't be having a video on then. Between Christmas and New Year's, my husband and I always take some time off to do some fun stuff. So that means I won't have a lot of time to do videos. I'm just going to do some shorter ones. I am going to do some videos. So I'll be back on Tuesday up until a Friday with videos. I have a haul video for you. I'm going to do my favorite craft supplies, a small project. So there are going to be some videos up. In the meantime, guys, happy holidays. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas or whatever you celebrate this time of year. Enjoy yourself with good food, good friends and family. And I will see you on Tuesday. In the meantime, I will have some pictures up of my holiday decorations this weekend. So be on the lookout for that. They'll be on my community page and also on Instagram. So happy holidays, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.